In this video, I want to talk to you about understanding server roles because server roles are a major part of how Windows Server 2012 operates. Now, first off, let's talk about what exactly do these server roles provide us. Now, keep in mind, in this video, I'm just going to give you the high-level view, and we'll dig into these things a little bit more later on in the course. Now, in a smaller environment, we don't think about these things a whole lot. We may have a single server and it is our domain controller. It manages our DNS, our DHCP, the file server, and it might even do some more things. However, in a larger environment where the workloads are heavier on our servers, you may have a single server that just provides one, maybe two services, and that's usually the norm in an enterprise environment. Now, Windows Server 2012 separates all these different services into what they call server roles. And every Windows server that you set up can implement as many of these server roles or as few. And this is a major decision in server deployment because what you're actually trying to do here is match the server's functionality to the workload that you anticipate. And like most things in life, you'll have to watch this and monitor it and make sure you got it right later. Now, there are a number of common roles in the whole Windows Server family that you need to be familiar with for the exam. Now, you don't have to know everything about these, but just be familiar with what they are and what functionality they provide. First up is the domain controller. Now, this guy provides Active Directory services to the domain, and it is one of the most intensely used services on a Windows network. So you don't want to load too many things on there with the domain controller if it's a very big network at all. Next up is the DNS server role. This provides IP address name resolution for computers, and you'll usually have multiple DNS servers in large environments. A DHCP server provides your automatic IP addressing along with other network service information addressing. Then the Win server, watch this one on the exam. You only need a Win server if you have legacy applications in your network, and they require a Win server to translate their NetBIOS names to IP addresses. This getting more and more rare, but it's still out there and it could still be a topic on the exam, so watch for that. Network policy and access services. This provides secure, protected access and routing for remote access clients. This is what we used to know as a Radius server. Hyper-V server. This provides your virtualization infrastructure so that you can build virtual machines and take advantage of that whole cool new world. Application server. This hosts distributed applications that were built using ASP.NET. That means a web application in English, enterprise services, or the .NET framework. File and storage services. This role provides essential services for managing files on the network. The print and document services, obviously, this role takes care of all your printer operations on the network, your printer permissions, all those things that can happen, and we'll discuss that a little bit later on in the course as well. Remote desktop services, this supports virtual desktops. This is a big one, very popular now. And then last but not least that I'll mention here is the web server, and the web server role hosts websites and web-based applications. So that's a quick look at understanding server roles, the basic ones to be familiar with, and then we'll build on this as we move through the course.